Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
Oh, were you gonna jump in?
Yeah.
You monster.
I was totally gonna jump in and do the opening. You're so fast.
Yeah, I'm
You're
used to
so
doing this.
fast.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
What the heck?
When it comes to opening the show, I'm the regular Wally West. Or Jay Garrick or Bart Allen.
You're like, but I'm not Barry Allen. I'll tell you that.
Because I'm not gonna turn into bones and disappear.
I mean, one day we're all gonna turn into bones.
Oh, that's a sobering thought.
Because we all have them.
That's
we
right.
all have a skeleton.
We do have a skeleton. Now that's something that unites us all, really.
Everybody's got a skeleton inside of them.
That's right. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about comic books. We're gonna be reading your super chats. Here's a thing you should do. Today's episode is not sponsored by anybody except for you.
Because you're awesome.
That's right. If you're watching the show live, you can sponsor today's show by using super chats. You can ask a question or make a comment, and we'll read it here on the show. It'll be part of the show forever. And we're going to do the show in this manner. We're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about some books. We're going to read your super chats. We're going to, sometime between those two, talk about our book of the week.
Ooh.
What is our selection that
Heck
we
yeah.
think is a standout? And then we're going to recommend books that are coming out this week that we think you should check out.
Amazing.
I agree.
Amazing. Also, you can help support the show by giving this video a like.
That's right.
Because
if you
somehow
hit that thumbs
that's
up.
some sort of currency. That's YouTube currency right there.
That's right. It's true. We also have a flash flood warning and a thunderstorm, so we may lose power. So if it just cuts off, we want to thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you. And if for some reason we miss your super chats, I'm going to hopefully ask our moderator to maybe make a little side document so that we have them and can thank everybody later on.
Yeah, I have a it'll store whoever.
Then never mind,
there.
you don't have to do that,
worry about
moderator. You're doing great.
Yep, it's true. I should also mention that the pre-order deadline is next week for Shredder #1. If you remember the previous episode that we did where I talked about Shredder #1 coming from IDW, it's a spin-off series from the Ninja Turtle series. That book is the pre-order deadline is next week. So if you are still interested or you have just found out about it now and you want to pre-order Shredder, definitely add that to your pre-order list because I've seen some art and it looks really dope and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. What's the news?
I don't know. There really isn't.
Hang on. I got some news.
Yeah.
We saw Weird Al.
That's right.
We saw Weird Al.
Yeah, we went to the Madison Square Garden performance. It was awesome.
Yeah, we went. It was the first time apparently he had ever performed at Madison Square Garden. It was actually really fun. We went into New York a little early. Sal ran into not one but two
audience members.
The audience members. So that was really amazing as well. Which really kind of made our day. So thank you for that. Thank you for saying hi to Sal for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, it was a really cool show. There were so many people from all walks of life, all generations just come together to see Weird Al. And he had this moment in the show, which I thought was really cool and a great reminder in which Al kind of just stopped the show for a second. I thought he was doing a bit, but he wasn't. But he was just life goes by really fast. And sometimes you just need to take a second and kind of look around you. And he just stopped and he just kind of looked around the venue. And then he continued the show. And afterwards, I was like, that was weird. I'm like, has he ever performed at Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
And no, he hadn't. That was his first time in his entire career that he'd ever performed at Madison Square Garden. So we wanted to take a second and savor it.
Yeah.
And so what I'd like to encourage all of you to do is to take a second and savor something for yourself. It doesn't have to be something as grand as performing at Madison Square Garden, but just something in your day to just take a minute and remind yourself that you're here right now. And that's awesome.
That's right. We had a great time seeing Al perform. He did a bunch of classics and some new stuff and newish stuff.
Yes.
And it was just a great time.
We had fun.
If you can go, you should. It's a great show.
He's a great showman. That's really what it is too. He's just a great showman.
Yep, that's true. Let's see. Superman, the movie that a lot of interesting dialogue online. I'm thrilled to say that we enjoyed it. We saw it. We did a whole kind of mini episode of Off the Rack on Superman. So if you haven't already seen that, you should definitely check out that whole episode. It's about an hour long. Big time discussion about that. We did non-spoilers in case you haven't seen it, and then spoilers after that. It's the same video, but also I put timestamps so you don't have to worry about if you were just interested in our spoiler thoughts. Although I tried to make the non-spoiler section more evergreen. So we talked about a lot. So it's just an all-encompassing thing. So it just transitions into spoilers.
Yes.
But yeah, happy to say that the movie debuted at $122 million at the box office. which is a good number for Superman.
Yes.
Highest number for Superman ever.
Congrats,
and
Supes.
and a good number that's on track.
Yeah.
Like on track in a good way, which I'm
Yes.
very happy to say.
Yeah.
So.
And that's like, listen, I know like there's a lot of discord out there. All I say is just be cool with each other. Like I can't comprehend that, why, regardless of how you feel about it, why anyone has to be mean about it. You know, like,
yeah.
There's like, if you're a comic book fan, which I know a lot of moviegoers aren't necessarily comic book fans, but if you're a comic book fan, you recognize the fact that it's like there's going to be different writers on things, and the tone of your book is going to change from time to time, but like it ebbs and flows, and like, there's going to be things you like and things you don't like, and we're all going to move past it, and it's going to be fine. And it's just like, if this wasn't for you, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry it wasn't. But don't be a jerk about it.
Yeah.
But if this was for you, don't be a jerk about it to people who didn't enjoy it either. Like,
exactly.
Like I had a coworker who asked me today, a different coworker, who was like, "How is Superman?" And they had heard something, and I was like, "Well, you haven't seen it yet, so I'm not spoiling anything." All I said was like, "I really enjoyed this, and that this Superman like was who I believe he is in the comics." And then all I said was that that like it was just like it was hopeful, and it was what I needed right now. That's
true.
how I left it, because it's like I have a feeling that coworker has different opinions about that type of thing. They haven't seen it yet, admittedly. They're not going to watch it though in the theaters. They're going to wait till it comes out later.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I was like, okay. I mean, like that's totally fair.
Yeah, we saw it on IMAX, and it was great.
They have a family. They've got kids. Like that gets pricey.
Yes,
I understand that 100%. Like that gets pricey. They got 2 kids, 2 adults. I'm like,
no.
By the time you're done with snacks and all that, completely understand it.
Totally.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't believe you didn't see it.
Yeah.
But like I just try to have a civil discourse, because I'm like, I already know that this person probably isn't gonna necessarily care for it.
Oh yeah.
But like there's no reason for me to make them feel bad. All I'm gonna say is like, this is my opinion. I'm not here to sway that person.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they asked for my opinion on it, and there's my opinion on it. And that's the end of it. And that's how we left it. And it was totally fine. So I just to say I loved the movie.
Yeah.
I really did. I think about it since I've seen it. Like I think about it often.
Yeah.
That it's like that and Weird Al is just in my head right now.
True.
And it's kind of a pleasant place to be.
Someone asked us actually, like, did you spend this weekend going again? Did you see it again? I'm like, I'd like to, but I didn't have time. We had to go to a concert. It was awesome. We had stuff that was going on.
Yeah, we should see it again.
I would love to see it again.
Love to go with our moderator Danielle, but she wasn't feeling so great this weekend. So hopefully we'll be able to, at least go. And I know at some point, if Ben and Ethan are able to see it, people would love for you all to talk about it.
Oh, sure.
On No Comment Required.
That'd be a fun episode.
I think that'd be really fun, or just to do like a little recap or what have you. But regardless, I really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, yay. I'm so glad. If you didn't enjoy it, hopefully other movies in the future will be more to your taste.
Right, exactly. Because the thing about the DC universe, as they seem to be following it right now, is that it's going to be for everybody. As far as like, you're going to find something. If you prefer a gritty, darkened Batman, well, Matt Reeves finished the Batman script, and it's going to be completely divorced from the DC universe. It's going to be over there. It's only going to be connected to like, the Paul Dano comic, the Penguin TV series, and its predecessor. So like, you're good. If you are interested in like high flying and like, happy superheroics, Superman's your guy.
Yeah.
If you are interested in like some kind of weird, darkened, kind of off the beaten path, maybe they'll make a Swamp Thing movie. They said that they were going to, but who knows if that actually happens, because they're flexible about it. Like they had to come up with a rollout when they announced the Gods and Monsters initiative. But you could tell like things are flexible. Things are changing. I saw an interesting video today about a review of Superman where everyone in the panel was completely and totally unaware of a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book. So they were disappointed by Supergirl's characterization. They didn't like the idea of her being like a kind of a drunken party girl. And I was like, that's fair, because like you don't know who Supergirl is at all, much less this version of her. And not to say that like every version of her or even the previous version of her had been in that vein, but if they had known, they might be like, wow, that is a real like clear setup.
Yeah, and that can definitely be one of those things where it's like, if you had to have either known by reading it or known by following the news that that's what that was. So I completely understand people coming away from that being like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like
we're getting that movie in a year.
Yeah. So I don't hold that against anybody. And if you run into someone like that and you want to like share with them, but share with them, don't make them feel bad about it.
No, just be like,
that's totally
actually,
fair.
it's a good point. You should mention that. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I wish they did a better job of explaining, like, you know what I mean? That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Because at the end of the credits, they certainly could have been like,
Supergirl will return, or like,
or like put up a couple things like, here's a couple of books to read, and one of them could have been Supergirl World of Tomorrow.
That would be really cool.
And that would have been like, oh, okay, maybe I should go pick that up.
Yeah. They've still only done that to one movie.
I know, and it
was Green Lantern.
It's horrible. It's not my thing.
No,
it's not my thing. For those who asked in chat, if you missed earlier, Weird Al was phenomenal.
Yep. Yeah, he was great.
Energetic. It was a fantastic show, a perfect blend of his classic parody songs, some of his originals, and a great cover. He's an amazing showman, great costume changes. He feeds off of the energy in the room. The energy in the room. I saw somebody like online ask, like, what's the vibe at a Weird Al concert? And I think it's joy.
Yeah, it is.
Every single person there is there. I mean, like, that's every concert, but like no one was dragged to that concert.
Yeah.
And everyone's either like, there were two people behind us.
Yep.
And it was like a mom and their kid. And it was the kid's first concert. And I heard her say at the end, she's like, what'd you think of your first concert? It was good. Like, it was really good. Like, Weird Al was that kid's first concert.
That's dope.
So it's like, there were kids, there were moms, there were dads, there were, friends, there were old people, young people. Everybody was there. It was an amazing time. As to where I got this hat, I got it at San Diego Comic-Con from the San Diego booth.
From the DC booth at San Diego.
From the
DC technically did.
Yes.
And I think you can find it on their website.
Yeah. For sure.
Although probably not, because that's the old logo.
Yeah, this is like contraband now.
Yeah,
but I like it a lot. I actually just really like the blue. It's clean.
Yeah,
like on the hat.
That was the redesign initiative for that logo. Like that one made perfect sense.
It does.
It's a good mock-up. You can slap it on anything.
Yeah, well, I think it works really well. I think at this size and on like a plain background.
Yes,
like this. I think it's a very lovely logo.
That said, I'm thrilled to see the bullet.
I know.
Logo.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not yucking the yum of that bullet logo because it's a great logo too. I just happen to really like the clean lines and for the time, it was a fun switch up.
Yeah. I agree. Certainly, we can all agree it's better than the page peel.
It has its benefits.
I like the idea of it.
With it.
Anyway, we should also mention that I think theoretically next week, Terminator Out of Time hardcover by Declan Shalvey and some other guy are coming out. Is maybe coming out. I don't know. I've been contacted by Dynamite about a number of things, none of which have anything to do with promoting this book or me getting a copy of it. So I'm excited to see it and pick it up in my local comic book store. Mine probably will be Zap Comics in Wayne, New Jersey. You should check them out, but we'll see what happens. So yeah,
that's awesome. I'm excited.
I'm
thrilled.
Much for comics, though.
I'm really thrilled.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm thrilled too. I'm thrilled by that.
I'm thrilled about comics. I'm thrilled about your comics. I'm happy about the Superman movie. I'm glad that people are going to the theaters.
Me too.
I think that's really fun. It's like going to a movie like that is a little bit like going to a concert.
It is.
It was just there to have a nice time.
Yeah, that was fun. Especially because everybody was like really hyped to be there.
Yeah.
They were really excited. They didn't know what to think.
I will say there was a moment there were so many moments that stood out to me. Him stopping to acknowledge the fact that he was in Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
But I really again, talking about the showmanship of it all. Obviously, like his whole brand is that he's weird, but he's also like a nerd, right?
Yeah.
And he plays the accordion and he just plays it up. But that moment where the whole venue went black and then it was just everyone dark and then there was just like a beam of light down onto him as they lowered his accordion down to him and awesome. He grabbed it so that he could do his polka parody.
Yeah.
Which his polka parody, I love that. I don't know why. It's always so fun to me.
Yeah.
But that to me, that gets me. I'm like, yay, that's hilarious. I love it. Like it's just like, look at how epic this is. The accordion.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, okay.
Yeah. He's great.
He is white and nerdy. He did, in fact, ride his Segway across the stage. He was zipping all over the place.
He was really good at it, too.
Yeah. I guess you'd have to be.
It also had an opening act of a sad clown named Puddles. And the only thing I'll say is that the dude had a set of pipes. Like, you wouldn't believe. Like, his vocal range was incredible.
Yeah. I kind of enjoyed.
I enjoyed it, but I was also like, what am I doing?
No, what I was going to say is I really enjoyed his cover of the Celine Dion Titanic song.
My Heart Will Go On.
My Heart Will Go On. I don't know it. I don't know the name of it. But like in like a Metallica harder rock fashion, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
It was fun. Yeah.
You got to go to, if you have an opportunity and you have any interest at all in Weird Al, go see it. You're going to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to, even if you don't know all the songs, you're going to have fun because Al and his whole group is having a great time.
That's right. So as far as books are concerned,
what
like
you
books
got?
that we read, I read the new first issue of the sequel to Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. This is called Rite of Spring, issue 1 by Patrick Horvath entirely, lettered, of course, by Hassan Otsamene Elahu. Sorry.
Sorry, Sean.
But yeah, so yeah, if you read Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, you might have been like, well, I don't know if they could do a sequel to this. This is a true, actual sequel that explores ideas that were suggested in the previous book, but also manages to be its own thing. I'm excited for it. I think it's great. Basically, the main antagonist of the previous, but I don't want to ruin it, but like the main antagonist of the previous series had a sister. That sister is now looking for revenge, or at least some closure on their loved one's disappearance. And we see them as eventually roll into town where our previous main character, who will continue to be, I think we're going to be doing like two main characters in the story.
We're Last of Us-ing it?
Yeah.
But in a better way?
Well, hopefully. I mean, Lord knows. Only 6 issues, but definitely check it out.
Hang on, I need to clarify that. I meant 2. I liked the idea of 2. I didn't like the hard cuts at when they hard cutted. They spent too much time in 1 before switching. They just needed to switch sooner so that you would be able to have the parallels of the 2 stories and be more conflicted.
Well, what if they made like an entire season just about that other character?
That would be rough.
Yeah. That would be rough. That is why we're not watching it. So, yeah. I also read this. Predator Black, White, and Blood.
I totally forgot that came out.
This
dang me
had 3 stories, all set around a Predator. They're all original. They're not in the Marvel universe. They're in their own universe. But they were written and drawn by Joe Kelly, Alvaro Lopez, and company. There were other creators like Elliot Rahal and Brian Level and Sarah Gailey and Fran Galan. This was 2 out of 3 were amazing. The second one was fine. And by the way, not necessarily even bad. But the 3 different stories are just pitching you a Predator idea. The first one, Joe Kelly, is the only one that has to be continued. And it's the only one I would have wanted to be continued.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Right.
Exactly what I want. I was like, this is exactly what I want to see. Okay. It was insane. It was weird. This basically
are they all on Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all on Earth.
The city like scape in the background of the cover made me think that.
Yeah, they're all on Earth and they're all in the past. This one's like, oh my God. It's English prospectors go to Australia, I want to say in like the early 1900s.
Okay.
And this girl, her parents die. First, her father dies exploring where the Predator landed. And then her mother dies. Again, all of them in service to...
She gets bit by a snake.
Yeah. She
was in Australia.
It doesn't go well. Yeah, and she got bit by one of the 1,000 deadly animals that inhabit that.
I feel like most predators should land in Australia.
Yeah, they should just be like, this is where we land first.
Like
and then we fight everything here.
The land itself fights back.
Exactly. But the Joe Kelly one is great. Basically, yeah, I don't want to spoil it. It was just cool. This is a cool idea. It's something I'd never seen before. I was like, this is exactly what I want. And but it sets up, the daughter is like sad and she resents God and everyone who took her parents from her, and then there's a Predator, but not the way you think. It's interesting.
Right.
The other 2 are cool too. The second one was a lot more verbose. It was just like, that's a lot. It's just like, I was like, you don't need to over explain it. And the third one was also dope. I don't want to get into it too much. I just want to say, like, it was great. If you love Predator, you should read this. It's the best solo Predator thing Marvel's made, like not including any crossovers.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the first thing where you're like, oh, someone over at Marvel actually gets this character and franchise. Okay. And it isn't like some weird, like, let's set it in the future and just make every series about this woman who is hunting a predator. Like, yeah, no, I got the concept. We all got it. This is cool. This is just this is what people showed up for. It's why people like killers. It's why they're here.
Yep.
Just do it. So it's awesome.
I love it.
Definitely worth picking up.
Fantastic.
What'd you read?
Just very, very quickly. I read FML number 5 came out this week.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Kelly Sue DeConnick and I'm gonna remember
David Lopez.
And David Lopez, thank you so much.
Sure.
And I'm gonna not remember, apparently.
I just got to it faster.
This series, had come out quite a while ago. I think they wrote, there was like a message in the back that was like, "We're going to take a little break," and that I remember that, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
they did."
They came back, and I definitely took a second to kind of remember everything that was going on plot wise. But this series continues to be fun for me. Like, it's really fun. It's interesting. It's it's a little tongue in cheek. It's a little sarcastic. It's what I'm looking for occasionally. You know what I mean? It's just something that like just scratches an itch somewhere. What was really nice about this one was at the end, Kelly mentions that this issue was being like created when David Lynch died. So there's a bunch of references within the book. I don't think I've caught them all by any means. Obviously, coffee plays a huge role in this.
Cool.
One of the mugs says RR on it, so the double R diner.
Nice.
Shirt says like 5'1", 201, which is the population of Twin Peaks. And someone else has a big log style hookah, evocative of the log lady.
Nice.
So I'm sure there's plenty of other ones in there, but I was really taken by that.
Yeah.
One of the characters even has like a sweater that has like the floor pattern on it. There's just a bunch there, and again, that was just for those of us who enjoy specifically Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. Really like this book. If you didn't like the first few issues, it's probably not going to be for you necessarily.
Probably not.
But it's really one of those things that I like the mystery of it. There's like some magic stuff. There's like, relationship stuff between like, parents and their children and, women and their lives and friends. And I'm like, it's a lot of good stuff. Like it a lot. Good for me.
Yeah. That's great. Cool. Yay. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you saw it. Or you read it.
I did.
I'm glad you remembered.
I saw it. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a chance to look at Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob, which is okay. So it's written by Kevin Smith with art by Fernando Ruiz. It is firmly established in the View Askew universe while also being firmly established in the Archie universe. That presupposes the idea that like Riverdale is just across the bridge. It's just not far from Jersey, and
feels like Riverdale's close to a lot of places.
Yeah, well, why not?
Okay.
It's the next of the universe. But Archie is looking for a part-time job, so he basically works at the Quick Stop. It's set after Clerks 3, so if you consider that movie canon and also want to know what happens to the rest of these characters, well, Archie Andrews shows up, and the main thing I want to mention is just like I was so taken by how much allowance was given with these characters. Like none of the characters say anything off color. That is to say, the characters from the Archie universe.
Yeah.
But if Archie's working at the Quick Stop, it's only a matter of time. But it was interesting to see this juxtaposition of, Kevin's world meets Archie.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've seen so many different, not variations, but exposure to Archie by way of comic book characters that have no business crossing over with Archie. I cite the Punisher meets Archie crossover, which might be one of the worst crossovers I've ever read in my life. Mm-hmm. But also, one time the team of Gen 13 met Archie.
Right.
Or at the very least, Grunge met Archie.
Yeah.
And that was similar in this, where like Grunge was the one who was off color and the rest of them were kind of just reacting to him. This is firmly a Clerks sequel, so like the fact that Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob is true yet incidental. It's more about Archie. Archie meets and becomes friends with Randall. That's what this book is, but you can't sell that, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
Ruiz's art, if you're familiar with it through Archie, yup. I will say Jay and Bob look bizarre in Ruiz's art. Like they look completely off model. Everybody else is pretty much consistent or a fun version of that character, like Randall and occasionally flashbacks to Dante and stuff. Elias and that directions they took that poor character. But it's fine. If you love the View Askew universe, you're going to really enjoy this. If you love Archie and love all things Archie and just want anything that has Archie's name on it, then this will probably you'll at least be part of some kind of story. You'll be like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, no one here is being done a disservice.
Nobody's being done dirty?
No one is being done dirty in this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can say about it.
Okay.
It happened.
This happened.
This happened, and it was fine. It was not really, really weird or grotesque or inappropriate. It was just fine. Like what we've come to expect.
Okay, fair.
So, congratulations on that.
Okay.
And it's funny because like Tom King wrote The Decision.
Yes. That
was an Archie book.
Sure.
And this feels a lot like an Archie book. There felt like there were more puns in this one.
That's
like Smith was like, I want to make jokes, like,
yeah,
but like weird reference, like people saying Amazon Prime, or referencing contemporary things, but by way of like double entendre.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, you were surprised to see the Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit.
Yeah.
Because
apparently it's coming out once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah, so there's gonna be another one coming up real soon.
Same team.
Same team.
That's amazing.
Same team.
Same
this
team.
Is Leah Williams with art by Hanami Haining.
Nice.
I made up my own name. With art by Haining, and the girls have broken into a nightclub that happens to be run by Despero in order to find the conduit, which turns out to be a kid. Surprise, right?
What?
Yeah. This is the fallout of the reveal of Despero being there, and the girls are in a little bit of hot water because he has like mental abilities.
Yeah, he's pretty tough. He's a little bit outside their power set.
Well,
and maybe not Poison Ivy.
Yeah, she does. She's the one that fights him, and he ends up being like, all right, that's enough. And he's gonna put them in a situation where like the entire spaceship is going to like set fire and like kind of kill everybody inside of it for some particular reason.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're split off from one another, and they're going to have to solve this. I think this is only 4 issues, so this is moving quickly. In as much as that, it's like this is like a quick action flick.
Okay, great.
That's what it is. It's like, what are the girls gonna do? They'll figure it out. It's
well, you only have to wait a week.
The Sirens, they will absolutely figure this out.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like a great little popcorn book. I'm having fun with it.
It's great.
It's silly. There's a couple moments in this art wise, like I like the look of the art overall. There's definitely a couple of moments page to page in which I kind of felt like you got the storytelling, but there's a couple of moments where I was like, ooh, this could be confusing.
Yes.
As to what is going on between this page and that page.
Oh, sure.
But overall, the designs of the girls are fun. They're wearing their outfits that they used in order to like sneak into the club in order to look, fun and like spacey.
I remember that.
But there's a reminder too that it's like Poison Ivy's the one with powers.
Right.
Catwoman can flip around and kick and be sneaky and stealthy and all that stuff. And Harley is chaotic.
Yeah.
But it's like a little reminder of that. And in fact, like Selena and Pam have like a conversation right at the start of this book where they're looking at this kid as the conduit, and they're like, Selena's like, all right, here we go. And Ivy's like, wait a minute, maybe this is like a trick. Like, is there a reason this kid's in here? Maybe we shouldn't just do this. So the two of them are talking.
Yeah.
And Harley just walks up and it's just like, do you want to get out of here? And the kid like shakes his head and she's like, okie dokie.
That's all that matters to me.
And I'm like, yes.
That's a fair response.
Yes. That is, these three would be great playing D&D.
Yeah. They'd be great for story potential. I love it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah. We're just do a story much like the Doctor Strange story where they're playing D&D and they get pulled into
also the cat character in it.
Oh, yeah.
I think Jed McKay wrote it.
Yes. Suck them into that universe. Give them really fun outfits. Do it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, good. Can you still recommend the series?
I absolutely can. If you're looking for something, like I said, fun, action-packed and just kind of popcorny for the summer, it's only 4 issues. If you got a little extra scratch and you're looking for something like that, pick it up. It's a good time.
Nice. Well, the Fantastic Four got kind of rebooted. The only real change is just the numbers and the art. But Ryan North gets another crack at Fantastic Four, though arguably he never needed another one because people were already very happy with the series. I'm sure internally they were happy with it, but you know what? New movie, got to get a trade on the shelves. I mean, they're not going to get. There's no time. The movie debuts in a week or two, so it's like we gotta get this thing rolling. But yeah, Humberto Ramos came on board to as the regular penciler, and I like it. I like the idea of Humberto Ramos like jumping around the Marvel universe. Obviously, people know him best. I know him best from his Spider-Man work. I'm sure people know him best actually from like, X Nation 2099 or something. But this is I think it was well suited to this style. It's very high flying and super heroic. No Spider-Man cameos, so we just got to focus on these characters and their designs. And I think Ramos did a great job. He already draws his characters kind of rubbery anyway, so Mr. Fantastic is ready to go. But his Thing is great. His Johnny, his Sue, and Reed, they're all awesome. I was really happy with how that turned out. The story is basically just Dr. Doom, Emperor Doom is still dooming it up, so I guess it works out for him.
Doing his thing.
He's fighting the Fantastic Four. It's just they're just fighting him. So maybe this is a tie-in to Emperor Doom, like maybe or Emperor Doom is just a book/event that will end with him succeeding, and then they'll dispatch him later. The less you think about it, the better. But what matters is the four fight Doom. And then Doom sends each of them back in time to a different period in history. There's actually a cute little like unifying plot device or contrivance, one might say, where there's this like Forever Stone, this rock that Reed knows is there throughout pretty much every point in human history or in history, in Earth's history. And so if you ever get lost in time, find the Forever Stone and then put your exact coordinates, like time coordinates, on the stone, and one of us in the present will come get you. Someone will come get you.
We need to check in on it every once in a while.
I guess probably there's a computer or something like that. But they all go to their time and they all figure out how to survive. Johnny's kind of the worst off, although Sue isn't much better. So really, the Storms are really screwed by this. But Johnny's sent, for the Earth actually has like a truly oxygen-rich environment, and Ben's got to fight dinosaurs. Reed is in like the most convenient place where like there's actually human history and stuff.
Yeah.
And Sue is sent into like the far future. Like the sun has turned into a red dwarf, and so what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
And the Forever Stone is gone. Like it's been eroded.
Okay.
And she's like, we never thought to look this far in the future. That's it. That's the whole issue.
Okay.
The whole issue is Dr. Doom sends them back in time, and all of them go, whoa, that's crazy. Went back in time. There's like virtually, there are the highest stakes. They might die, but like incredibly low stakes, no twists, no surprises, no pitch. It's just, here's the Fantastic Four, and they have a problem to solve.
Okay, well, that's a number one.
Not the way they do number ones now.
That's like a classic sounding number one.
It is
like,
a classic.
Let's get to know the team. Here's the team.
Yes, it feels kind of like a mandate. Like focus on each one, separate them, and highlight what makes them different. But really, like we don't get a really true refresh. Like no one explains Johnny's terrible mustache, but the characters do seem to they're obviously being portrayed accurately. No one's written out a character, but we're not put in a position where we get to see Johnny like be reckless or anything. In fact, he's resourceful and intelligent in this issue. He's like, I don't have enough oxygen to breathe properly, so I got to figure out how to make oxygen using my heat power. So I got to burn rust in order to, it's just, there's a lot of different.
Hopefully he picked up some stuff over the years.
Well, all their suits also have computers in them. So like, he can just ask it.
Very helpful.
It's just, it's a good issue, and it looks great, and it's a fine premise. I was just very surprised by how boilerplate it was.
Okay,
You know,
that's
like
fair.
the like the opening 2 pages is them like going like, Doom, you're going down. I'm like, this could be any time at any point.
I think that's actually kind of cool.
It's smart.
Like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's cool and shocking.
That's fair.
You know, like it's restrained
Uh-huh.
and thin. It reads fast too.
Okay.
You know, which
Maybe
is good.
Maybe that's good. I mean, there was another Fantastic Four book that came out this week.
Yes, the
as
one
well,
that ties
which
into the
I
movie.
did not look at because I didn't want it to accidentally have anything spoiled.
Me
for
too.
Me.
No, I did. I
was
deliberately
like,
didn't read it.
I can't read this. What if I like start to extrapolate things?
Yeah,
I don't want to extrapolate.
Also, they never really tie in.
Okay.
Like no one on the movie level gives a crap about that comic. So you might be like, oh, that's interesting, and like just know that like there's virtually no coordination between the studio and that comic book.
That's fair.
That's why I avoid them.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm not gonna read that. But you know, I'm sure there's value. Every you know piece of art has some intrinsic value to it.
100%.
So you read Power Fantasy.
I read Power Fantasy number 10.
Yep. Are you excited about how great the series is still?
Yes.
Good. Is it still the best book out there?
For me.
Is it the Helena Windhorn of Image Comics?
Yeah, this is just a spectacular book. This is easily one of the best comics that I have ever read.
This issue or just the series?
Just this series. This series, just in general, is just spectacular. You know, previous issue there's a bit of like a mic drop moment, kind of like a revelation. Like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And this issue kind of deals with the fallout of it and explanation of it. It again fills in a bit of history for us. You know, there was a certain bit of a timeline that we had seen earlier in a previous issue, and with promise of like when things were going to be revealed to us throughout. And you know, this gives us another piece referring to the signal, so we get a little bit more of that. Again, this is written by Kieran Gillen with art by Casper Wingard.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say Wingard does like some spectacular things. I feel like the signals design is unbelievably well done for what it is. I absolutely love the depiction of it. I'm trying to show you.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Like just really, really cool, really great concept for what it is, which is this. Okay, so the signal is it's millions of sentients merged together in one. And so there's like some interesting concept here that you can't help but think of some other major characters in comic books like Brainiac and others. Like I just loved this portrayal of it. But the end of this issue puts a target on another character who honestly lives in such a morally gray area that I don't know how to feel about it, which I kind of love. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I really, really enjoyed that, where I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to think about this. Like, I don't know at all who to be rooting for. But in the last issue, we had like a really like sobering conversation between two other characters, one of which can be very volatile, and we get to see a little growth, and I appreciate that because it was, you know, it's just like Gillen doing what Gillen does, which is like, I'm gonna let my characters grow as need be. Yeah. And this character got to have like a moment to do that, but like also reminded me that it's like, right, if I were in this universe, I would be like a normal person. And the person who is like having that sobering conversation with this other superpowered individual reminds them that it's just like, at the end of the day, like no matter what happens, no matter which superpower or which like superpowered individual does it, like that I'm not gonna make it. Like we don't make, and I'm like, yep, okay, very fair, very cool. That was last issue. Cool. But this issue was just spectacular, simultaneously deals with the now and in the past to explain the happenings of the revelation in the last issue. So if you're like, what happened? Don't worry. Gillen is going to fill in how that all happens immediately as opposed to making you wait for it. Excellent. So it's just such a spectacular story. Again, really examining superpowered individuals and the concepts that kind of fuel superpower based, like the genre of comics in general, just their take on it. And the end letter is a bit of a letter, but also then a bunch of like letters page style comments from people. So feel free to take a peek through that. But good stuff.
Nice. Yay. I read Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman #2 from Tom King and Belen Ortega.
I forgot all the books came out this week, apparently. I was like, I only have a few books because that's what I said out loud last week.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, this was the concept is, the Trinity, like Wonder Woman's daughter Trinity, she's bumped into two other versions of herself throughout time. There's little girl, tween, teen Lizzie, and they're all working together to rescue their friends, Jonathan and Damien, who have turned into corgis, and they're bouncing around the time, and so they have to go back in time and rescue them from different periods in DC history. This one threatens to be part of the death of a death in the family story arc, which it is not. Instead, it's just set when Jason Todd was Robin. Ortega's art is definitely the standout for this series. It's joyful and fun and cute and well executed. There's good action, but also, there's just a lot of great dialogue and back and forth and facial expressions, body language. There's a lot of great artwork being done for what is a very verbose script, which is also fun because the characters are not saying anything really that deep or valuable. It's just silly and fun. But our tween Lizzie meets Jason Todd when he is 13, and she ends up developing a little crush on him. And tries to change history despite the fact that they know they can't or shouldn't. And Jason will not listen and will still die in the desert. It's sad, but also cute. And it's interesting to do something like that with a Jason Todd character because unless you ask the people who wrote him when he was teaming up with Arsenal and Bizarro, very little is done with Jason outside of redesigning his Red Hood costume every 5 weeks. But this was cute and fun. And again, it's like, I can't believe Tom's writing this. It's just so
it's so joyous.
It is so cute and youthful.
Okay. Just to bring in a different energy.
It does. A very different energy, different tone. Different tone.
Okay.
But Ortega's doing some great stuff. King's doing some very interesting stuff. So it's good work overall. And I'm not reading Absolute Superman anymore. I'm just tired of it. But you are. I did.
I read it this week. Knowing that you weren't going to.
Yeah, that's right.
Good thing I did.
Oh yeah. Oh, does it suddenly matter?
Yeah. No. Okay. Here's the thing. This is Superman Ultimate.
Ultimate Superman.
It's Ultimate Superman. It's Ultimate Superman and Absolute X-Men.
That's right. Those are still great titles.
This is Absolute Superman number 9, written by Jason Aaron with art by Rafa Sandoval. And also Fico Ocio. Thank you. I was really struggling on that one for no reason. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this issue definitely does the thing that I noticed in Absolute, where it mentions just more of the universe.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like we say some key phrases, and we talk about Olympus, we talk about this. Things are being mentioned where it's just like, hey, yeah,
this is part of that thing.
Don't be like Tiffany and think that they're all separate.
They're all separate universes for each character.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, they're all in the same universe.
This is dealing, of course, with the fallout of Clark, or of Cal being shot by kryptonic bullets, and oh no, Omega takes him, and how are they going to solve this? And there's some quick things we need to talk about. One, they end up using a father box on him.
Okay,
that's what he calls it, at least.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
It's a father box, and it manages to pull them out because they can't get they start to pull them out, but they start to time's a ticking here.
Yeah. And it's a delicate procedure.
And they just pull them out, right? So it's ooh, that's maybe a problem because obviously they're powered maybe by Darkseid in some way, Darkseid energy. Who knows, right? I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? Who knows? I'm not really sure about that. Anyway, 2, Primus takes off her helmet, and we see who it is, or we see a face.
Okay.
That's really what I want to focus. Oh, all right, hang on. We'll get to that. 2, Lois has been asked to go and not ask, made to go and chat with Raz or Raish or Ras or whatever you want to say, Al Ghul. And she's like, let me cut to the quick. You're going to tell me that I'm not fired because even though you thought about it or thought about making me go away or disappearing me or whatever, you realize you need me, blah, 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 blah. And he's like,
is he going to turn her into a baby and throw her off a balcony?
No. He's like, no, you're right. Because her dad obviously like has like prosthetics through Lazarus, and so like, you know, she wants to make sure that like he doesn't lose that. She's like, yeah, you could basically cripple my father and blah blah. And he's like, obviously, if that were to come to it, I'd kill him.
Yes.
Turn him into a baby and kick him out of here. But so she's like, he's like, yeah, all right. So we deal with that. End of this issue ends with Clark goes again, or Cal goes again with them on like Omega. Or yeah, like on a mission.
Okay.
And it's fine, but then like Jimmy gets left behind.
Oh no.
And like ends up like being interrogated by Lois.
Oh no.
Cool. It's kind of like, who cares about that?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that like there's a bigger issue there.
Right.
Like obviously that was like interesting, and like they're like, they want to make him into something he's not. They want him to be like the Man of Steel type of thing. Like they want him to kill, and he's like, and he kind of just wants to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honey, I get you.
Yeah.
But let's talk about a couple of things. One, she takes the mask off. Everyone's saying it's Talia al Ghul.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but we don't know. Nothing's been said.
Right.
That's theory one, right? And two is that Ra's al Ghul, which no one's really talking about, tells Lois that he wants her to bring me my son, which is like weird. So then I was like, okay, so everyone's theory is like Ra's is like serving a god, and he's thinking in this way where it's like, well, because obviously Clark or Cal is like the Jesus allegory, right?
Okay.
I am starting to wonder if this isn't Ra's al Ghul. Is this his dad? Did they not die? Is that not Talia? I mean, maybe it still is. I don't know, but I'm like, I agree that it probably is just what it is.
Yeah, it's just
Ra's al Ghul, and that's Talia, and that's the end of it. But hear me out. What if Lazarus actually wasn't something from Earth, but it was actually like something from Krypton? And so when they came back, like, or when they landed, they came back, and they came back wrong. And maybe he has some sort of like memory of Cal, but he's also weird, which is why though he's in this book and not a Batman book.
Right. Okay.
I don't think that that's probably what's going to happen, but I wanted to throw it out there into the conversation, just because I thought that was such a strange thing for him to say.
Yeah.
Right. And also that like he also kind of has an Omega tattoo.
He does
on his eye, and he's fighting against them. And I was like, it's hard to tell. I mean, again, like it looks a little bit more like Talia than his mom, but I did go back and I took a peek, and I was like, maybe, I don't know. But it's interesting too, because like right before, like she says, like, bring me the box, the narration bubble for Cal is like, I hear my mother's voice from far away, smell father coming home from. It's supposed to like evoke that, but I'm like, maybe we're hitting this more on the head.
Yeah.
That I don't know. Like
it sounds like you're just trying to make this book.
I'm not. I really am not. It's I just have not seen anyone else talking about it like this. So I think I'm so off mark.
I mean,
and that it's just really what it is.
I had a similar theory that was completely wrong. That like that just tried to make the book better. I
don't think so. It's just.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's how my brain
I love that idea. I mean, I think more people would be I think more people would be excited about that.
No, I think people are very excited about the idea of this being Talia and that this being a Superman story instead of it being a Batman story. I think some people are interested in that. It sounds
like it's just kind of an arbitrary decision to make it about like them.
Like, but my brain was like, it's just, I can't tell if I'm just reading too far into something of Aaron's, or Aaron is leading us down a breadcrom trail.
Yeah.
Here on purpose.
Oh, that'd be cool. I mean, I think that's a fine idea. I'd like that more than just once in a, then just a 1-to-1. Like, no, this Ra's is bad. He's over here. Alfred looks too much like Ra's al Ghul, so we're not even going to bother with using him. Like, okay.
Well, like maybe they did die and then they were brought back. I don't know.
I like that idea.
I'm not sure.
I like the idea that maybe they fell out of the Ark. Maybe they were like survivors. That, like, you know what I mean? Because we saw a lot of people getting that ship. Be great. Anyway, well, do you recommend this series?
You know, I think for a lot of people, this is scratching an itch that maybe the other absolute books aren't.
It certainly isn't like any of the other ones.
It's weirdly super steeped in its own continuity right now. So if you're somebody who likes that type of thing, this is probably something that's going to really appeal to you.
Yeah.
I'm actually more interested now to find out
if that's the thing.
I truly don't believe that my theory on this is correct. I truly believe that it is what people think it is, or this is, and they're just doing a different take on it. That in and of itself is kind of interesting. That like idea of like substituting that character and what does that do? You know, Ra's al Ghul thinks that like Batman is like the pinnacle of man, right? When you have like these superpowered beings,
when he's not a Superman character, but now he is, and so it's like, well, shouldn't Clark be it?
Right. So I'm like, there is something interesting there, and if that is in fact obviously seemingly what Aaron is probably actually doing, that's kind of cool too. So like, I'll probably keep going with this for a little bit longer, see how it goes. But this obviously there's some stuff coming to a head here. Cal was a little like, I don't know, like mopey in this.
Wow, really?
But everyone
in this book?
Everyone he meets though
is miserable.
Is not miserable, but they like want something of him, like
right.
Other than the Kents.
Yes. Who only knew him for like 6 weeks.
And who got screwed over in the end. Like everyone has like is after him for some reason.
Yes.
I kind of get it.
Yeah, that's a neat idea. That's a great pitch.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for it to like reach me in any way.
Yeah. Admittedly,
and this is not selling me.
Admittedly, Lois has a moment in here where she's just like, you haven't met him. You don't understand. The world is different now.
Right. I kind of love that.
And I'm like, maybe we're seeing a little something here. So like I said, I'll keep going with it. I'll let you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Please do. But I did read Batman Dark Patterns #8. Hayden Sherman and Dan Waters. Continues to be the best Bat book on the shelves. Batman is investigating these murders that are taking place in this very, very narrow, specific area of Gotham City called the Rookery, or nicknamed the Rookery. And hilariously, it's like, oh, the Rookery, Court of Owls? No, the Red Hood Gang.
Gargoyles?
Gargoyles?
Wow, where's that crossover?
Yeah, well, they're
Batman Gargoyles.
We are getting a Fantastic Four Gargoyles crossover.
What?
I know.
That's like not
it's like
anywhere.
Almost there. Yeah, but Batman Gargoyle is a great idea. So yeah, this is the Sherman art is fantastic. It's great depictions of Batman and detective work, very detective heavy. Just Batman, just trying to figure this out. Much more. Remember, this is a younger book, younger Batman book, and so it's a lot more fanatical. This Batman is like very obsessive. He's just and I think it's like I'm used to solving these things pretty quickly, and it's just really hard to get that going for some reason. Also, Batman feels the urgency of trying to like stifle a Red Hood gang resurgence, and he's also seeing patterns where maybe they aren't. But of course, because the book is about patterns, they are.
Mm-hmm.
But we get more inklings of the dark, sinister history of the doctor that the GCPD is employing that have no business employing him. Like that's the only thing about there's this like doctor that like was introduced in the first issue that, of the entire series who Batman doesn't trust in any way and has no business being trusted, but we're going to use him anyway. And we're just going to let him be sinister the entire series and just pretend like we're not noticing it. But seeing a lot of Batman just obsessively detecting, and he would be better at it if he took a minute to go to sleep. Great depictions of time passing where we see like the little local newspaper for the Rookery is constantly reporting on Batman, like Batman's here. Batman won't go away. He's scaring the crap out of all of us.
He won't go away.
Right. And it turns out that like the publisher of the paper is actually doing it on purpose to get Batman's attention. He's like, stop. And he's like, oh, good. You're here. Finally. Like, I got your attention. The twist at the end of the issue where Batman is like lured in by a couple of street urchins is just great. It's great to see a fallible human Batman,
right?
And with him doing detection and still working with Jim and still looking for clues and protecting Gotham, and we're seeing different new seedy corners of this horrible city. It's great. Just a fantastic book. Batman Dark Patterns. Can't recommend it enough.
Love it.
What do you got?
Really quickly, let's talk a little bit about It's Jeff.
It's Jeff.
Jeff has been getting so much play lately. I totally credit Marvel Rivals for this resurgence. Jeff had been having books come out, but I feel like his overwhelming spotlight right now has come thanks to his popularity or incredible ult ability within Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
So this is It's Jeff Infinity Paws. So this is written by Jason Liu with art by Nao Fuji.
Okay.
This, unlike a lot of the other Jeff books, is kind of more like, here's a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's very Infinity, related in a sense.
Okay.
But listen, you're reading this because you want to watch Jeff hang out with other animals within the Marvel universe, and that's exactly what happens. It's
Okay.
like, let's get together as many of the Marvel pets or other animal-based things, because I can't say that Throg and Alligator Loki are pets,
Right.
but you know what I mean. Like, there's just a ton of other animal-based
Marvel characters
that aren't like the Vulture.
Yeah.
Like, you're an actual animal,
Right, or the gibbon. Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
And to me, this book solidifies the fact that in my head, Jeff is more like a cat than a dog, because he hangs out with both the cats most of the time, which are all adorable, and I am thrilled about it. I didn't know anything about Cole, Ghost Rider's cat.
No.
But adorable.
Great name.
Yeah, little gray cat. That's so cute. Just so cute. And that's really what you're reading this for.
Yeah.
You know, you get adorable moments, you get hilarious things. You know, Jeff has an Infinity Gem. There's just a lot going on. Of course, Cosmo's going to be there. We touch base with Rocket, the Guardian. It's very cute.
Yes.
You know, Jeffrey does a very nice job. And
it's a reprint of an Infinity comic, so it's like,
yeah, it's like,
so it's going to be very,
yep.
If you have it on your tablet, it'll be very easy
100%. But if you're the kind of person who, like me, doesn't see those, most of the Jeff stuff tends to be from that. And I think that, like, reprinting them as more Jeff fandom explodes, as we're talking about, maybe, like, you know, one day doing some sort of crossover.
Oh yeah, no,
thing.
we're getting you can say we're getting a Jeff crossover with Crypto.
Yes. But like, that's probably why I don't know Cole.
Yeah,
he's in Marvel Meow or whatever. But it's cute, it's fun. You know, I have I've talked about my coworkers before, but I have a coworker who's like, my kid used to kind of like had like a Spider-Man phase, but not anymore. They're younger, and it's kind of hard. They don't know what to read. And I was like, you know what? Like, if they like insert whatever they like Groot and stuff like that, I was like, you should check out Jeff.
Yes.
Because it's something you can sit together and enjoy, and just, you know, get to know some of the characters in the Marvel universe and just have fun with it. Yeah. You know, it brings me joy. It's a family-friendly thing. I think it's very fun. I do want to talk about, since we're talking about Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
Those of you who play, why did no one tell me that in the last like 2.5 season that they put out a Storm costume that was based on Ultimate Black Panther? Because I can't get it now, but I can know it exists, and it hurts my heart because it looks freaking phenomenal, and I'm so upset with myself for not checking in, because I haven't played that game in months. I'm back playing it again because I wanted to check out. Obviously, they introduced Ultron, which I haven't really played much, but like, Jean Grey is coming, Blade is there. Well, Jean Grey is there, Blade is on his way, and his techno. But that costume breaks my heart that I missed it, because I love, like, I'm one of I think there are more of us than we say we are, but there are those of us who really love Black Panther, the Ultimate Black Panther book. And I'm so sad. I'm so sad that I didn't get that costume, because it really just it just looks so good. It just looks so good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Making me sad over here.
I'm sorry. Well, I read, despite my feelings on the previous issue, I read Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, number 2.
Okay.
This is continuing the big story that is leading us down the road to the inevitability. It's written primarily by Cody Ziegler and Dennis Camp, with art by Jonas Scharf. This sees Miles Morales in the new Ultimate Universe. His sister has grabbed the magical transportation business card that that the maker initially had bestowed upon Miles, and she has tumbled into the Ultimate Universe, and Miles is after her to get her back. He spent weeks in the Ultimate Universe looking for her. He spent a couple of hours with the 2 Ultimate Spider-Men that exist in the new Ultimate Universe, peeping in windows looking for her for some reason. And now he has teamed up with the Ultimates, or rather, he's teamed up with the Wasp, and Giant Man, or Hank Pym, whatever the hell he is in this universe. And they are on their way to break into Wakanda, because they have reason to believe that maybe she is there. She is there, and she is being held or protected by Black Panther, and Shuri, and Killmonger and Storm are also featured heavily in that issue. They're very much like, someone has left a baby. What are we going to do with this baby?
Yes.
Whose baby is this? Where did it come from? Why does it have different residual? Why does it have energy that is similar to the maker? Like, you know, why does the Maker, perhaps this baby could be a key to unlock the Maker's prison and allow the Maker to be unleashed earlier than Hickman had originally said. Maybe that's what's going on here. And then it turns out that perhaps there's someone in the Black Panther inner circle that is not who they say they are. And then and it's not that it doesn't retcon anything in Black Panther. It's just someone is impersonating a character in Black Panther. And then steals the baby and then goes to kick the can down the road for the series.
Excuse me, you don't just get to decide that.
No.
Brian Hill is just
crushing it and doing his own story. But so the reason why this is such an odd issue is because the implication of Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion is why are any criticism I've heard of this book is why are we doing this so soon? Why is this such a rush job when we've only scratched the surface of the Ultimate Universe? I mean, Ultimate X-Men is just getting going.
Yeah,
people are just finding out there's a Black Panther book, and that's because there had been rumors from Zach Davison, who had originally posted basically, well, everything ends at issue 24. Well, it's all over.
Issue 24 of what?
Of the books. Each book gets 24 issues, and then it's over.
Oh, but that means Ultimate X-Men will be running alone.
Yeah. Peach Momoko, apparently her team said they don't know when asked about whether the Ultimate Universe is ending.
Right.
Which is a fair thing to say. I would be I don't know. I would disavow anything.
Yeah.
Maker is supposed to come back in 6 months from now, or from a month ago, so 5 months from now.
Yeah.
And what will happen when that happens? I mean, based on what Hickman set up, we would assume that there'll be some kind of a big fight or some kind of a big new status quo change. I mean, it's not like the Maker's going to come out of there and be a god and just reshape the universe again.
Yeah.
It's going to be Maker's going to come out and see what the universe did without him.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a conflict, presumably.
Right.
And that'll be very interesting to see explored. But with these rumors that potentially it's ending, we needed to get this out there now. We needed to have this incursion right away because Hickman set it up.
Sure.
In the Ultimate whatever the hell, the first, debut of the Ultimate Universe was Maker inviting Miles to come with him.
Right.
Which also would have been weird because Miles isn't from that universe.
Yeah, this isn't his. He's not going back to the Ultimate Universe.
No, he's not.
He's going back. He's going into an Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, it's just it just makes me wonder. Was this always the plan? Was the plan? I mean, you don't launch a brand new imprint with now only Universal architect Jonathan Hickman. And when I say now, I mean as opposed to being a writer who shepherds the line and actually stays at the end.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Whoever takes the reins.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't end it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anybody planning to end it.
Well, it's funny because it's it
makes money.
Obviously, eventually Hickman will be off of Spider-Man. He just won't want to do it.
He just won't want to do it anymore.
But I feel like Hale has an ending to his book because that's the way he's writing it. I think he just has here's the story I've been writing. He's crafting it more like it's a series than it is an ongoing book. Just to me.
Yeah.
But if asked to do more and he wanted to, what does it hurt if that's just doing its own thing? That at this point, I feel after you deal with whatever Hickman wanted to set up, depending on where the universe is, if it still exists or it doesn't still exist, X-Men and Black Panther could go on.
Yes. Yeah, they don't
need... And by that, I mean Ultimate X-Men.
Ultimate X-Men and Ultimate
not Wolverine.
No.
But,
Ultimate Wolverine is, connected to all of it.
Yeah.
Ultimate Wolverine is part of the Ultimate stuff.
Yeah, but I feel if Peach wanted to, she could just keep doing her own thing.
Yeah.
She's crafted stories within Marvel's universe on her own.
That's true. The Demon Days and whatnot.
Just over here.
Yeah.
It's just over here.
I mean, the reality is the whole Ultimate Universe doesn't have to stop. And while you could take the Maker out of it. You could have it end with the Maker's death, or maybe he goes to the real Ultimate Universe or whatever, and then just goes this is the world that I kind of messed up. Sorry. And then just see where it goes without him. I mean, we could just explore that. That's fine. If they sell, just keep doing it. but Superior Spider-Man ended
Yeah.
when it was selling as well as Amazing Spider-Man. It supplanted Amazing Spider-Man, but like, why wouldn't you keep it going? Why wouldn't you why are you taking money? Like, people are like, here, I like this. I'm not liking any of the other things you're doing.
Yes, I understand that. And I am of two minds of that, because I agree with you that it's like, if people are enjoying it, try to keep it going. But if the creators are like, this was the story I had to tell and I'm done with this now, and trying to extend it would just be hollow, I also understand.
Oh yeah, but I can't imagine any of these folks, the people who are not these folks. Ziegler and Camp are doing like maintenance. Like, they are not telling a story. They're doing work. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
That's fair.
I'm not saying that it's like bad.
Yeah.
But it is the worst Ultimate book in the line.
I feel like it would have been more interesting if whatever they were incurring into, like, this one's seemingly more about Ultimates, like this issue.
This issue is mostly about Black Panther.
Then I really feel like that Camp and Ziegler should have collaborated with Hill then.
That would have been really, really
or
great.
Or at least with the artist then, to like make it feel like it was part of that. Like, they're popping into that universe. That would have made this maybe feel a little more special.
Yeah.
Where it's like each incursion into those books or into that like area of the world is tied in with whatever's going on. And if you work with the creative team that's writing it, then it feels like it's like, this is a piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
This is part of a whole.
This was, it's just, if the Ultimate Universe was going to continue, this wouldn't be, this would be more exciting, because we'd see where we're setting up the next thing.
Right.
But if this is just setting up the end, it's going to feel really weird. And I'm not going to be, my enthusiasm for the end, or at the very least the climax of the grand plan that had initially started, is waning. And because this is not great.
So here's what's funny for me is my reading of Ultimate titles is I'm reading the titles, and I recognize that those titles are the result of this whole maker shenanigans and
right, but they don't have anything to do with that.
And so for me, I am reaping the benefits of all of this, and recognize that in my head, I'm like, it is a ticking clock. But again, like, my experience reading independent books and like miniseries, I'm just like, well, eventually this will end. And that's sad, but it'll be done. And I had a good time with it, right? People who are like invested in the Ultimates and the whole maker plot, I feel you if you're like, where is this going? Why is this happening the way it's happening? But if you're digging it, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I think if you enjoy it, definitely please continue to enjoy it. And I am. I'm a little of both. Like, Ultimate Spider-Man is both deeply connected and feels completely unconnected to everything. Like, every time Mysterio shows up, that matters. But like, every other thing about like Pete and the team is like, that's exciting. That's fun too.
But I know it's all based off of this like domino. I don't know how else to describe it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a domino that was flicked, and like, that's what has created all this.
Exactly.
Obviously, this is like, here's a scenario, now create within the scenario.
Yeah.
But like, when Ultimate Black Panther is over, if it's over,
and if Hill,
like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the journey. I enjoyed the run. You know, I think Hill is a great writer, and I've really gotten a lot of joy out of getting to know their work. For sure.
That's fair.
And like Peach Momoko, I knew I liked her stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like Black Panther turned out to be one of those things where I was like, well, I guess I'll try a taste of each of the Ultimate books. And I just couldn't believe how much I was like, I think I really, really like this tone and
I'm
this
glad.
pace. Same thing with Wolverine, though. Like, I didn't expect to like that as much as I did. And so it's like, even if this ends abruptly, right? Like, if they're just like, close it up. Everything leading up to this point, I had a really good time.
That's fair.
It would make me sad if they didn't have satisfying endings.
And that's the thing also, is I'm also concerned, like, based on the first issue of Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, I'm not interested in anybody else writing Ultimate Spider-Man, apparently.
That's
because
very fair.
Pete and Richard did not sound or feel right at all.
Yeah, I have a hard time imagining
someone else doing a Black Panther.
Well, I was gonna even say just Peach Momoko's right. She's just has a very distinct voice for her characters.
It'll be weird. I mean, it'll be weird when and if they showed up in like the big finale.
Yeah, in the big, no matter who's even if Hickman's writing, I'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's just strange to me. But if and when they arrive in the Incursions book, that I'm sure if I were to read that, those characters may not feel like they should.
Yeah.
But they're probably only going to be there for like a page or two or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got another half a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested in where it's going to go.
I guess Spider-Man is really the clock.
Yeah. That'll be the litmus test. If he's fighting the Rhino, 6 or 5 months from now, you'll be like, oh, Hickman doesn't care at all. Like Hickman's checked out. He's like, nah, Camp's got it. But what's the book of the week for you?
Oh boy. Power fantasy.
And mine's Dark Patterns. Who'd have thought? But
well, listen, there was like I didn't love Absolute Superman, but I liked the
you respect it.
I liked the exercises my brain went through whilst reading it. Like I was like, wait, is this happening? Is this what?
Right.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely power fantasy. It's just such a powerhouse of a book.
Yeah. So let's jump into some super chats and then we'll recommend books that are coming out this week.
Let's do it.
Go ahead.
Oh, Taylor DeBoer. My unexpected book of the week: Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob.
Glad you liked it.
Every time I see book of the week,
it's
like
best
that,
of the worst.
I was like, no, I think Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
I'm like,
yeah.
You're unexpected Breath of the Wild.
No. Nat Reed, hey, ComicPop picked up Far Sector and Deceased in DC Compact. Love both. Thinking of upgrading to TP or Deluxe. Ain't got any advice for it? It really depends on how much you want to spend. The Compact is there for the budget-friendly buyer. So if you are looking to spend more, I mean, like,
but they already have the Compact. So between
I know,
the
but I'm
trade
saying
and
like,
the Deluxe.
if you're looking to spend more, I think Deluxe for Deceased, Far Sector. I don't know if there is a Deluxe. If there is, I don't know what more there is to add. But they both are fantastic and they both have great art. And Far Sector will be much more cohesive because it'll be less of like a big epic, there'll be fewer volumes to collect.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my recommendation is definitely, I mean, yeah, if you want to go ham, Deceased, because you get more for your buck.
That's true. Tea Time 480 says, hi, Sal and Tiffany. It's been about 8 years since I subscribed to ComicPop, and I'm so glad I did. Thank you for the endless entertainment and your enthusiasm for comics. Hope you and everyone at ComicPop are well. Take care.
You too, Tea Time 480.
What
Thank
a
you very
nice
much for your
comment.
nice
That's
comment
like we
and your
pepper that in
generosity.
ourselves.
Yeah,
that was very nice.
That's my ghost account.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. And thank you for generosity.
Yeah.
Chocobo Kid, hello, writer of Terminator Sal and star of Off the Rack Tiffany, with Sonic the Hedgehog crossing over with DC Comics. What video game universe would you like to cross over with a comic universe?
I've said this before. I would love to see John Constantine go to Silent Hill. I think that'd be a rough time. I mean, he basically has.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see that. I feel like there's just a certain brand. We don't even have to bring in the main character of Silent Hill, Pyramid Head.
Yes, of course.
I'm kidding. I don't believe that. I think Pyramid Head should really be stuck in one game and one game only. But apparently the rest of the world disagrees with me on that on that front. I think that'd be very, very fun. Otherwise, I don't know. How about you?
Lobo meets Duke Nukem.
Oh, okay. What about Lobo meets Doom?
No. But I would like Doom to, do something.
Okay, what about Magic meets Doom?
Yeah, all right. That'd be cool.
She could be the Doom Slayer.
Yeah. We just say the Doom Slayer died and she puts on his armor and stuff.
Especially with the more recent one. I haven't played it yet. But with the whole sword and everything, I feel like it could be a good fit.
I agree.
Hayden Hamilton says, sorry, I haven't been around to support. Was hit by a car.
Oh my God.
In the last 3 months, I've gone from nearly fully paralyzed to walking and moving my arms and hands. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ, Hayden. Thank you so much for
thanks.
sharing that with us. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. That's horrifying.
Thank you, first of all, for your very kind super chat.
Of course.
Second of all,
yeah, we're really sorry to hear that, man.
But way to, just tackle this head on, regardless of what the journey looked like, setbacks, achievements, whatever. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
it's Herculean.
It is
so
legitimately
feel proud of it.
That's awesome. Welcome back.
Yeah.
And I hope progress keeps moving onward and upward. And let us know. Keep us updated.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, I wanted to say earlier to Tea Time 480, being with us for that long. Thanks so much.
I know,
That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah, damn.
Thank you.
Somber Shadow 001. Ever since seeing Superman, I've had Punk Rocker by Teddy Bears and Iggy Pop stuck in my head. Hashtag being kind is punk rock.
Yes. Yes. Love it. Happy Steve says, oof, Ultimate Incursion. I don't know who this is for, but they butchered both Black Panther cast and Ultimates. Who are these people? When does this take place? Just kidding. Moving on to the next thing. But why?
Agreed. This is Happy Steve is also my ghost account. So thank you very much for hooking us up, Happy Steve. You're a handsome man. But thank you so much for your super chat, your generosity, and yeah. I listen. I'm in the same boat as you. I think this book. I think it's genuinely bad. But I also am in the minority, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Tea Time 480. I'm sorry I harped on hating that reveal in Superman in the comments for your review. It's just an aspect that means a lot to me as a first-gen American, but I didn't mean to go off about it. My bad. No big deal. I understand. Just, you make your point, and then you get in, you get out. Bada bing, bada boom. But thank you very much for your generosity, man. And thank you for being with us for so long, like Tiffany said. Hulkzilla says, love Superman. I hope more people watch it and enjoy it. People who love squirrels are going to have a blast.
So true.
Can't argue with that.
So very true.
Yeah.
Valiant Orion says, hey, Sal and Tiff, have you ever watched My Adventures with Superman? I really enjoyed it and hope the new Superman movie brings new viewers. Brings in new viewers.
I saw the first episode or two, and it was not my cup of tea, but I understand why it exists and why people enjoy it so much.
I watched it like about the same amount, but you had been watching it for
the other channel.
Yeah. And so that was like my in on it, and then I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
So that's not me saying I didn't enjoy it. You weren't watching it, so I was like, well, if we're gonna watch something together. Yeah. Exactly. So I might go back for sure. Lenny Laserdisc saying, hey, Sal and Tiff, I was at the Weird Al concert Saturday. Hope you two had a blast. Nice. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cat Lawyer Defend for Treats. I was so upset that North's F4 came to an end, but then I find out F4 has a new #1, and it's by North. What a whiplash. Hopefully it's in the same tone. I assume it is. I wasn't reading North's Fantastic Four, but it was really well written, and I really enjoyed it.
That whiplash is what everyone felt when Moon Knight came to an end.
Yeah. All those times.
We're like, oh no. It's like, oh wait, never mind.
Oh wait,
we're fine.
No, it's fine.
We're fine. Bryce Harriet saying, hi, thank you for being so awesome. I'd love to hear your thoughts on who has the best prose in comics. For me, it might be Tom King or Ram V.
Yeah, it's a tough call. That's a coin flip, man. I mean, Ram V is crushing it. His New Gods is second to none. I do love a good Tom book, but I have enjoyed more Ram lately than Tom.
In terms of prose, I agree. I mean, like Tom has written some of my favorite books, Miracle Man, Supergirl,
That's okay.
I was reading something that had to do with that. I was reading a New York Times article that mentioned Miracle Man.
Oh, interesting.
Sorry, so that was fresh on my brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mr. Miracle, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow,
Helen of Windhorn,
like just spectacular prose. I do think sometimes though that like my favorite prose though, although Tom has brought me to tears several times.
Yeah, same.
But Cy Spurrier has made me question my own like society that I live in, probably more than any other writer has. And Kieran Gillen has made me really, really think about everything.
Yes.
And to just examine the world around me as well.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I think it's somewhere in there though.
That's fair. Alexandre de Bon Brossard, I think Alex. They asked us to say Alex.
Yes.
Hi, Sound Tiv. Love you guys. I'm unsure about what to read tonight. The two books on my table are We Are Yesterday and Venom the Hunger. What do you suggest? Probably We Are Yesterday. More than Venom the Hunger.
Fair. Big Busta says, I believe the updated box office total openings for Superman is now 125 reported by Deadline. It's great to see success for a film I genuinely love.
I'm thrilled to see success for that movie as well.
Me too.
I'm very happy for them.
Me too.
Marius Patrick, hey guys, I was just thinking of picking up Ram V's Detective Comics run. Is it worth the read? Thanks for making my Mondays less boring. Well, Marius, here's the thing about being boring. That Detective run was incredibly boring. The problem is it was the best book I was the most bored by. It was very slow going, but now that it's over, it might read a lot better. But the covers were incredible. The art was fantastic. Ram V's Batman is great. There are some amazing callbacks to classic 90s stunts from Batman that might be worth definitely checking out. I think it's worth reading.
Okay.
It was so slow going.
Yes.
Knowing
Fair.
that ahead of time might help
Okay.
to enjoy it better.
Mako Goblin says, since Gunn seems to like using the deep cuts, what's an obscure character you'd love to see get the James Gunn treatment? I'm hoping for Animal Man.
That's a good question. I think maybe Gangbuster would be funny to see. I'm expecting him to use Batmite.
Yeah, I could see that. I know a lot of people wanted to see what is it? Was it? I'm trying not to say the Super Ship's name, but Superman's #1 fan.
Bibbo Babowski?
Bibbo Babowski.
I would
I
love to
saw
see
some
Bibbo.
people being like, "Where's Bibbo?"
It was weird that Bibbo wasn't in this movie.
Well, maybe he'll get his chance, right? Like it felt like he should have been there though,
It really
in some
did.
capacity.
Yeah. Hayden Hamilton, any chance of Taylor's Nightwing on the couch? Definitely. Just got to get through the other ones first. I can't just start with Taylor because otherwise people will be like, is this what it's like all the time? It is not. So let's recommend some comics that are coming out this week. We think you should check out Absolute Batman #10 is dropping. Hooray. Feels like it's been a long time.
It's a major week. Absolute Flash #5 is going to be coming out.
Yeah.
So love it. Love it.
Tech 1099. I'm going to be reading that.
Ultimate X-Men #17 is dropping as well.
Batman Superman World's Finest #41. The story arc is over, so I'll have to go back and read that. But now there's a new story. So I'm excited for that.
Ultimate Black Panther #18. I love this book. So
Ninja
good.
Turtles #10. This is a great series. I can't wait to see where this goes. Loving the book. Wonder Woman 23 from Tom King is also coming. That's going to be great. Batman Robin Year One. I've fallen off of this book, but it's still a great book, and I do recommend it.
Yeah, this is unbelievable, the number of books that are coming out this week. I forgot about Imperial. Imperial #2 is dropping. That first issue was bonkers. I can't wait to see where this series is going.
Yeah.
And also the New Gods #8 is dropping.
Yeah.
Where will I find the time to read all of these books?
I don't know, especially because Zatanna #6.
Zatanna #6, I believe this is the end.
I believe you're right.
Of this series. What an incredible, incredible series this has been. Jamal Campbell doing like just some great, great work writing, doing all the art for this series. I can't even imagine how hard this must have been to put together. Just such a good book.
Not to be outdone, Predator versus Spider-Man #4, the other end of the series. Benjamin Percy and Marcelo Ferreira. This is we're gonna see where this goes.
Yeah, will Kraven actually fight a Predator?
I would hope so.
Wouldn't that be lovely for him?
Yep. We're also getting a Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #1. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
I think there's going to be more. Jerry Duggan, Javier de Garon.
Okay. Crypto, The Last Dog of Krypton #2. Really liked that book. It again made me cry the last time I read it. So hopefully we won't have that happen again. Let's try to avoid that.
Marvel Comics, The World to Come #2. I mean, this book didn't make the headlines like I think they thought it was going to, but it was also ridiculous, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Christopher Priest and Joe Quesada. Nope.
Are you going to be reading any of the Brig on the Bad Guy books?
Nah.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Don't forget Phantom Road's coming out. I just need to get the trades. Gotham City Sirens #3. There it is. Gotham City Sirens Unfit for Orbit #3 will be dropping this week as well.
Yep.
I haven't
read any of that.
Yeah, I'm behind on that.
And I think we're good.
There's just like that's
just two. I mean, isn't that enough?
That book that week. This is insane.
Yep. And if you are a fan of fun publications, the Darcy Comic News is in its 13th issue, and you should check it out.
Yes.
Tell your comic book store you want it, and
yes.
They'll have to call Chip, and he'll have to tell them where it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Domo.
You meant to put Doom rules. Why would you do that? They're soliciting One World Under Doom. They're getting like third printing, connecting covers, and they solicited 1, 3, 4, and 2.
That's how.
So it says.
Well, that's just how we have it sorted right now. I don't know what that has.
I guess that's fair.
The sorting of that. Yeah.
That's it. But
oops.
Thank you so much to our super chatters for sponsoring today's show and helping to keep the lights on. If you want to help us more directly, you can go to patreon.com/compop, but no requirement to do that as well. If you like this show or this channel in general, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the button for notifications so you know when videos go live. Like, for example, we dropped a full-blown Superman Returns review that is out. We also did an episode of our podcast with Ben and Ethan and myself, no comic required, where we pitched James Gunn Batman movies, basically.
There was a quick question that asked if we saw the Marvel swimsuit special. I didn't pick it up digitally because of the fact that there's a Marvel Rivals code, and I know that the last time I did that on Comixology, there was no code inside, so I have to get a physical of it, so I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, I also did not. I know it was like there was like a gimmick, not a gimmick, but like a concept around it. I just didn't get a chance to read it.
Yeah, but I need the physical in order to do that. So but I realized that too late. Like,
That's right.
I couldn't get to a store.
But of course, if you like more, you can't get enough. And of course, who couldn't? Of Tiffany here, you can check out youtube.com/ComicPop Plays or twitch.tv/ComicPop. It's a simul stream for both channels. All the links for everything are in the description below every video we make. But what are you playing?
So we were playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I'm honestly enjoying, but I also know Marvel Rivals just launched a whole bunch of stuff, and they're doing the Null storyline, which I'm like, whatever, but they did something honestly interesting with it, which I was like,
oh, I like that.
Probably would have liked it more if it had happened this way. I think it's actually legitimately interesting to have Hela essentially seek out Null and become the Queen in Black.
Cool.
To Null's King in Black. I'm like, there's something there.
Yeah, it's too bad they didn't do that in the comic books.
Well.
But thank you so much to the chat for being respectful and cool. Make sure to check out everything we do here and check out Tiffany on streams Tuesdays and Wednesdays typically. Is that right?
Yeah.
But that's it. We want to thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys next week with another episode. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
Oh, before we go, just another reminder that if you're going to be going to San Diego Comic-Con, I'll be there on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But you should definitely check out the panel that Josh Williamson and I are going to be hosting on Thursday night at 5 p.m. If you're interested in the details, they are on everything we post here. There's actually, I think if there isn't a community tab post on this channel, there will be, but it has been posted everywhere else.
Yeah.
You should check those out. They're really
cool. Absolutely should.
Specifically, I wanted to mention where it's going to be.
Yeah, you should.
It'll be at the San Diego Central Library. It won't be on premises, but it will be an 8-minute walk from the premises.
That's even greater. So if you don't have a ticket for that day, you
can
still you should still be able to go to the panel anyway.
Exactly.
So go check it out for sure. If you're going to be in the area, or if like, you know what, if you have like a Friday ticket and you're like looking for something to do on Thursday,
go to the panel. Impress my comic book friends.
They're gonna love it.
Go to the panel. It's a 5 p.m. on Thursday night at the Neil Morgan Auditorium in the San Diego Central Library. By the way, I wrote the copy.
Very nice. Very nice. I saw somebody, by the way, when they asked about obscure characters, somebody mentioned Deadman. That's a great idea.
Deadman would be fucking
James Gunn's Deadman.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Who should play Deadman? Let us know in the comments down below. We'll see you guys next time with another episode. I'm Sal.
And I'm Tiffany.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.